got it.
You know, because you're a librarian, that's why.
Piece of paper, okay. Our original plan was to have some kind of wedding roast, each of us dissing the other with hopefully loving humor. As the day got closer, I kept putting off writing my portion of a clever jab, and I finally realized that I didn't want to say those things, partly because I felt I had already dissed Gary enough over the 35 years we've been together, and with an especially heavy dose during our brief divorce. So I was left with nothing to say. How unlike me, you're probably thinking. Just a few days ago, I came to the conclusion that all I needed to say was a few words about the power of forgiveness and self-knowledge. The forgiveness part should be obvious to all of you, but I'd like to say a couple of words about self-knowledge. That awareness that there are only a few people in your life that truly get you and let you be yourself. One of those people is Gary, and since he's pretty special in many other ways, how could I possibly live the rest of my life without him? Everybody? That, of course, brings us to today. Here we are again, getting married again, hoping you'll all be there in our future together, reminding us, if necessary, that we really do belong together. End of subject. Next.
As inappropriate as a roast may be, it's the perfect reason to go down that path. But I'll get back to that in a minute. 35 years plus. That's how long we have been married. No, I don't count the 2 years of divorce. Let's just place an asterisk there. Call it our steroid era. However, it is fair to allow that asterisk to separate our marriage into two distinct realities. Let me make clear, as I did throughout our steroid era, that in the macro sense of things, it was all my fault. I don't know if I was the chicken or the egg, but I came first. Even with this admission, there was one thing I wanted to point out about how difficult it was to live with me.
That's the fun part.
Maybe, I'm sure no one here would agree with this, but you seem to think if I was talking, I was arguing.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that counts.
Maybe any truth in that came from the fact that you never defended me. It doesn't matter if it was a dead cockroach, some guy who robbed us, or spoiled food. You always took their side. There were other examples, but because I have to honor this, inappropriateness, I'll leave that alone. All of this, or that one example, of course, pales in comparison to my behavior. It may have taken... All right, let's have that too. It may have taken me forever to appreciate your attributes, your decency, your fairness, your intelligence, your humor, the quality you have brought into my life, but the one that is most astounding is your loyalty. I am finally locked into an unbreakable commitment, one that I could never have formed without your generosity of spirit. That will take us through eternity. I have never been prone to religious guidance, but in this case, and on this occasion, I will say this. I may not be a total wretch, but you are my amazing grace.
All right, the next person who will participate in this celebration is Sue Stabler, who will explain her ceremonial function as soon as she gets into the harbor. Well, actually, Cooper's kind of done that already.
Thank you.
Before that, I would like to express our sadness, Gary and mine, that her husband, Steve, cannot be here. He passed away last year, and we miss him terribly.
Well, as Gary said, I have a Universal Life Church minister, but I don't have a congregation. I'm not denominational, but I do occasionally marry people. And I became a Universal Life Church minister years ago at the urging of my husband, thinking, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's turned out to be very convenient. I love waves. I love the faith and the heroism of people who are actually jumping into this. So I wrote a little thing.
And will you be standing up there with me?
I will call you up.
Okay.
Chica.
Yeah. Life is an amazing ride. Who needs the state fair? We've got enough ups and downs and twists and turns right here. But the good news is we don't have to ride this ride alone. We're surrounded by loved ones who are laughing and crying and gasping and screaming right along with us. We are truly blessed to have them. Life would be pretty bleak without the people we love. But that doesn't mean it's always easy to put up with them. And a long-term relationship is especially challenging. I mean, really, your partner just drives you crazy sometimes. And you wonder, is this relationship worth all the grief? I lost my husband, Steve, last December. We had lived together for 44 years, which is quite a feat, and we certainly had our share, or I think more than our share, of ups and downs. But when I look back at our life together, I had no doubt that it was all worth it. No matter how many bad days I remember, how many doubts we both may have had, how many transgressions, regressions, digressions, despite everything, it was worth it to look into his eyes and feel my heart give that little leap. I know that I would do it all over again, in a minute. So when Stephanie and Gary said that they were going to actually do it all over again, I knew where they were coming from. I'll tell you, the things we do for love, because that's what today is really all about. Flying in the face of reason and defying the odds to take a stand for love. Gary, if you'll come up here.
And what would you like to
Just stand right here next to one another.
back for the audience?
Oh, yeah, wait a second. Give me a little shoot.
Okay.
But I'm talking to Stephanie and Gary. Today you're surrounded by your family and friends who are here to celebrate the renewal of your vows. Through your commitment to each other, may you continue to nurture a love that makes both of you better people, a love that gives you great joy and a passion for living, and a love that grows deeper with every passing year. May the remaining days of your life together be filled with peace and contentment. No other human ties are more tender than those between husband and wife, and no other vows are more significant than those you are about to renew. You can take one another's hands and look into one another. Gary, do you to love, honor Stephanie, for better or worse, richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep you only unto her for as long as you both shall live?
Right.
Sorry, Stephanie. Do you promise?
That's glad.
Sorry, yes.
Got that on the record.
Stephanie, do you promise to love, honor, and cherish Gary, for better or worse, richer or poorer, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep you only unto him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Gary and Stephanie, you have renewed the promises you made to each other on your wedding day. I wish you a long and happy life together. You may kiss your spouse.
You get 3 for the price of 1 around.
So this is my bucket list, and I get to participate as a rabbi, which at one point I thought I wanted to go to rabbinical school until I learned it took 7 years of college to do that, and maybe I'll become a lawyer. That's what I do for a living, but
you look like a rabbi.
I said that I would like to be a rabbi. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to ask Stephanie and Gary to put the tallis around them, which is a Sephardic Jewish custom, and it's a Jewish wedding. A Jewish wedding is not merely between 2 individuals and a circle of friends. It's really part of the community. Basically, when they come together as one, the hope is that they will participate in Tikkun Olam, which is repairing the world, which is participating in all the wonderful things that they can do to help everybody in the world and participate and be charitable, which I know Stephanie and Gary have always been, and we will continue to do so, but now they'll continue to do so as one. So it's a Jewish belief that people who are destined for each other to get married, they complete one another. And I got to tell you, after 35 years, I think they're fairly complete.
We're still a work in progress.
Still a work in progress.
Oh, yeah.
One of the also reasons why I had to do this was 35 years ago, when they got married the first time on July 31st, 1977. Stephanie and I, keep in mind, are very, very, very close. Our mothers were sisters. We're both only children. We were raised as brother and sister, so we know each other very well and we're very close, and she's my older sister. And 35 years ago, when she had her wedding, she wanted me to come, and I couldn't. I was working at Wine Stocks, for all of you who know Wine Stocks, and I couldn't come. And for 35 years, I have heard that I was the only one who didn't show up. Jerry I was here 35 years, I was the only one who didn't come. So this time I said, the only way I'll come if it's in my backyard. So I said, okay, I'll come. It's going to be in my backyard. So I wanted to participate and do this. You know, the reason why we're doing the chuppah, many of you have seen Jewish weddings under a chuppah. And why don't you step under the chuppah to make it a little closer? The chuppah is very symbolic, as most Jewish traditions are, and it's supposed to be open all the way around because this is supposed to demonstrate and be a symbol of their new home together. But it's supposed to be open so their friends and family can all come at all times and participate in their lives. And as they get more friends and more family, the chuppah actually gets larger. But this is the opportunity to be under the chuppah and to be part of a Jewish community and a Jewish family. So that's why we decided to do it the traditional Jewish way.
He's crying.
I can tell that.
So what I'm going to do now is we're going to say the prayer over the wine, and it's somewhat traditional and somewhat we're making it up as we go along. But the prayer over the wine is very traditional.
Okay. I'm not sure I can hold wine in the collar.
Baruch atah Adonai, for those of you who know, just join us. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagav. So the second to last bit of business I would like to do is I would like to bless them as Susan did, but we'll do it in the very traditional Hebrew Jewish blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May the Lord let his countenance shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift upon his countenance upon me and give you peace always. God bless you.
And now
we're into the fun part.
Yeah. Stand back.
Stand back. Finish it off.
We don't want spatter.
Always the glass at a Jewish wedding, and there's a lot of different reasons for it, but the one that I like the most is because even though in this time of nachas and simcha, happiness, you should always be mindful that there are bad times and that you should be always prepared. But this is a good time, but the purpose of breaking the glass is to remind people to be very mindful of that. So,
That's true.
Don't have somebody going to the emergency room.
It makes it.
and upon doing that, we all know what to say.
Get it really good.
Hold on, Gary, you need to move so we can see.
Oh, we didn't see it.
Run out your butt.
2, 3.
It don't get more married. Teresa, and please get ready to have food out there. Let's eat, let's drink, let's chat, and then the cake will be brought out very soon. Anything else? The cake's out. Nobody gets the front foot, so let's all run around. Yeah.
There's plenty to eat, plenty to drink. Wine's in the kitchen. We've got beer, water, and house stuff out there. Please enjoy. Before the